Hello, welcome back to The Books Are Everywhere. So today I have a very exciting TBR video for you. I'm going to be taking part in Ashleigh's Do-the-Thing-A-Thon, which is running in the last week of May. So this is basically a readathon to do the thing that you always want to do, you always say you're going to do. Essentially you can read anything you want, whatever you want for the week, and you want to read as much as possible to get somewhere towards your yearly goals. As Ashleigh explains in their announcement video, which I will link down below, basically it's just a kind of way to push yourself towards some goals that you set yourself at the start of the year, especially because we are getting towards the end of May and halfway through the year in June, when we will be looking back on how we're doing towards our yearly goals. So basically I have gone through my yearly goals that I set myself at the start of the year, which I will read out to you in a moment, and I've just decided on a few books that I want to read. This TBR is super ambitious and I am in no way expecting to get to all of these books throughout the week. So I think this is running from the 23rd to the 31st of May, if I remember rightly, or 24th? 24th to the 31st, the last week of May anyway. And I have just picked out quite a few books, so as I said, I'm not planning on getting to all of these. They are just books that counted towards my yearly goal, and I would like to get to some of them, and I've given myself quite a lot of options. So let's get started and go through my goals from the start of the year. So I set myself a couple of very loose goals at the start of the year. The first one being read 100 books. At the time I really wasn't sure whether I would be able to get to this, as I think I just about hit like 70 or 80 last year, so this is very ambitious for me. But in the second half of last year I was doing super well in my reading goals, so I decided that would be an ambitious but not unachievable goal, and actually I am doing incredibly well. I've just passed the 60 book mark and we're not even halfway through the year right now, so I'm fairly confident that I will definitely be hitting 100 books by the end of the year. The second goal on here was read more series on my TBR, which is something that we will definitely be talking about more later on. I just have quite a lot of full or like half finished series on my TBR that I just want to get some knocked off this year. I managed to read 6 series last year, which is still quite a lot for me. That's one every couple of months, so I don't know what I'm doing this year, like how I am on that goal, but I have read quite a few series so far, so we'll talk a little bit about that in a minute. The next goal on there is read more classics. This is one I've actually been doing super well at. I've been reading at least a classic a month since the start of the year. Part of the reason I did this was because I bought the Wordsworth Collector's Edition set, which is behind me up here. You can't see it, but it's there. And there is about 21 or 22 books in that set. And my whole thing with this one is I really wanted to buy it and actually read the books. I don't want it to just sit there and look pretty, although it does. So I decided to do that by asking my friends to suggest me a classic from that set until I got to 11, because I started this late in the year. And then from February onwards I've been reading a classic a month recommended to me by my friends. I have also been reading a little bit extra than that for whatever reason, if they fitted in a readathon or whatever. So I have been reading a little bit more than that, which is really nice. The next one is stop buying so many books, which is not going very well for me, although my physical TBR is at about 6 or 7 less than it was at the start of the year. So I'm counting that as a win for now, but I would definitely like to be in a better position by the end of the year. And the last one is stay organised, which I think I've been doing fairly well at. I've been using a spreadsheet as well this year that I will be linking down below, as I just find it super helpful. And yeah, I think I've been doing okay with that one. So the next thing I'm going to chat to you about is a series that I wanted to get to this year, which I wrote a list of I think 6 at the start of the year. The first one being Rebel of the Sands, which I actually have already read this year. I read this one back in like February I think as part of a buddy read with Alex, and I really enjoyed that one. The next one on there is The Maze Runner, which I will come back to. And we also have The Fellowship of the Ring, or Lord of the Rings, which honestly I don't know if I'm going to get to this year. The series just really daunts me, but I would really like to get to it. The other one is the Dark Shade of Magic series, which I would really like to read, and I think me and Alex are planning on buddy reading that one before the end of the year. Then we have Children of Blood and Bone, which I really want to get to, but I'm concerned because I think there is going to be another book, and I've always thought of this one as a duology. And now that it's going to be a trilogy apparently, I'm a little bit concerned about whether to actually read that one soon or wait and see if there's more information about the next book. And the last one on there is the Red Queen series, which I've actually already read because I started that one in January and I read one book a month until I finished it, so I finished it in April. And I read that one basically entirely on audiobook, and I really enjoyed that one too. So as I said, I've picked out some books that either do fit some of the things I wanted to do before the end of the year, or are just books that I'm planning on reading that week anyway, so I thought I would include them in this video. So for one reason or another, I want to read a couple, either because they are arcs or because I'm reading them anyway. I'm reading a buddy read, and I've also picked ones that kind of count towards my yearly goal. So the first one is Rule of Wolves. This one I'm including because I'm definitely going to be buddy reading this one with Alex over the course of the week. So we'll probably be reading about 75 pages of this a day. This is the second one in the King of Scars duology by Leigh Bardugo, and it's the last or most recent book in the Grishaverse books, which I am very slowly been making my way through, a big reread of them before I read Rule of Wolves. So I'm very excited to get to this one. We're just about to start King of Scars. I finished Crooked Kingdom last night, and I just love this series with all my heart, this world with all my heart, and I'm very excited to get to this one. I have read King of Scars, but obviously it is set after the Grisha trilogy and the Six of Crows duology, so I won't say too much about these books other than the fact they are set afterwards and they follow some of the characters from both of those series. And again, it's a multiple point of view fantasy, as is very traditional with Leigh Bardugo, so I will leave it at that for those. So the next one on here is The Unpopular Vote. I do want to get to this one soon. This one is due to come out on the 1st of June, I think, so I do want to get to this one very soon. This one's very interesting because, as I have mentioned in previous videos, the main character of this book not only has the same full name as my boyfriend, but also they have kind of similar interests, because the Mark that is in this book is into politics, the same as my Mark is. So that is really a big coincidence, which is quite funny. So this one is about Mark and his congressman father, and I think this one is an LGBT story as well, which I'm now worried it isn't, but I'm pretty sure it is. But this one just sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun, and I do want to get to it before its release date. I don't know if I'm going to or not, but it does sound like it's probably going to be quite a quick contemporary, so who knows. The next one on here is Threadneedle. This one comes out on the 27th of May, so I'm planning on I'll still be reading it at the start of the readathon. If I don't finish it before the readathon, so this might actually not count in the Do-the-Thing-A-Thon at all, because I'm about to start this one probably today, because this one comes out on the 27th of May, as I said. I honestly don't know a lot about this one, but it is chunky. It's about 500 pages. And what I know about this is it follows the main character called Anna, and it says that she is counting down the days to the ceremony that will bind her magic forever until she meets Effie and Attis, who open her eyes to a London she never knew existed, a shop that sells memories, a secret library where the librarian feeds off words, a club where revellers lose themselves in a haze of spells. So this one sounds really cool. I've heard really good things about this one. My lovely friend Jo gave me this because she got sent 2 proofs and she has read hers already, and I believe she enjoyed it quite a lot. So as I said, I'm going to get to this one hopefully today. So I'm not sure if it will turn up in this readathon or not, but we shall see. And the next one on there is Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe. Believe it or not, I have never read this book. I see this book as very much a staple of YA, and I've just never got to it. This has actually been out for nearly 10 years, which I can't believe. This one came out in 2012, but this has been re-released in the UK in its UK paperback format. So I've actually got this one as a proof copy. Well, it is a finished copy, but I got this one from the publisher, so thank you, Simon & Schuster. This one also comes out on the 27th of May, so it's very ambitious to say I'm going to get to it before then, but I thought I'd just put it on this list in case I do. And this one, as far as I know, is an LGBT romance that is based on Aristotle and Dante. Aristotle is an angry teen with a brother in prison, and Dante is a know-it-all with a unique perspective on life. So they're very, very different and they think they have nothing in common, but as they start spending time together, they develop a special friendship, the kind that changes lives and lasts a lifetime. So this sounds really, really cool. I've heard nothing but good things about it and I definitely do want to get to it soon, even if not within this readathon. So that is another one that I would like to get to. And the next one on here I'm actually giving myself a little bit of choice for, and that is the Read More Classics. I thought I may as well try and read a classic in this week, because, you know, I may as well knock another one off my TBR. And as I said, I've given myself a bit of a choice. I've just gone through and picked some classics out of there, out of my collection, that I'm not reading for another purpose, such as the thing where I get classics recommended to me by my friends. So I picked out Black Beauty, The Jungle Book and The Wind in the Willows. I also went for the children's classics just because I think they will be a little bit easier to read if I do decide to read one during this readathon. So those are the ones that I will pick from. I would only read one of these. As I said, it's not really imperative that I actually read one of these as part of the readathon, because I'm doing really well in the classics challenge that I have going this year anyway. But I thought I may as well include one that does kind of go towards this yearly challenge idea, so I will be reading one of these. And last but not least, we have one of the series which I said we would come back to, and that is The Maze Runner. I'm honestly getting to the point with this book, with these books, that I am sick of seeing them on my shelves. These have probably been in this house for almost 10 years. I'm not sure when the first one came out, but these have been in this house for a very, very long time, and they were my brother's before they were mine, and I've never read them. Just never got around to it. And I finally think I really need to, because as I said, I'm just getting sick of seeing them on my shelves and I just want them gone. Honestly, well, I want to read them and then decide if I do keep them. You never know, I might absolutely love them and want to keep them, but I want to try and finally get to these soon, and I thought, why not try and put them into this readathon. Honestly, because this readathon is only a week long, I'm being very, very ambitious with myself here, so if I even just start this series by the end of the week, I would be happy. You know, I don't think it's going to take me very long to get through these. You know, they're quite a young YA book. I don't think it's going to take me too long to get through them. The font is a little bit smaller than I was expecting, but we'll see whether I do actually manage to get to these, because I'm not sure how I'm going to prioritise right now. But who knows, as I said, even if I just start that series by the end of the week, I would be happy. So that is my very ambitious kind of TBR for this readathon. As I said, it is very loose. I'm not sure if I'm going to get to half of these, honestly, because there is a lot on this list. But I just wanted to give myself kind of a loose idea of what I would like to read as part of this readathon. So anyway, after that very long TBR, thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know if you're joining in with the Do-the-Thing-A-Thon. As I said, I will link Ashleigh's channel down below so you can go and check out the announcement video as well. And if you did enjoy this video, then please give it a like and comment down below, especially if you are joining in with the readathon, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more like this. I will actually be filming a vlog that I'm already planning on filming because of reading Rule of Wolves, but I will be including the readathon and any progress I make in that vlog, so you will be able to see how many books I get to out of this pile, and I will see you next time with another video. Bye!